And we're gonna take out both of these succubus deadeyes. Ooh, critical hit, yeah baby, that's what I'm talking about right there. All right, so I've got a new build for you today. This one is an almost full base attack bonus melee, as well as an almost full caster. So 19 base attack bonus and 19 spellcaster level. So this build is going to be a Monk Sensei Empyreal Sorcerer Eldritch Knight Lich. The cool thing about this build is that they will use wisdom for 3 separate things. For their chance to hit, for their armor class, and also for bonus spells and DC because of Empyreal Sorcerer. The cool thing about this build is that my awesome subscribers will write up in one of the comments the build description. So if that's what you're looking for, my subscribers always come through, and then I pin it, and their comment is the top on that video for the rest of that day. No, the rest of the time the video is up. But one of the questions I had for you is, what is another build that you are interested in? I've been having a lot of people over on my Twitch channel and also in my YouTube comments tell me some of their ideas for builds that they're looking at. And this was an idea somebody gave me over on my Twitch channel, and so we built it here. But I'm looking in the comments below. Let me know what has been either a really, really great build that you are interested in or a great build that you have stumbled upon. Ooh, and if you want to help, if you really are looking to help out, one of the things you can do is before you go to work in the morning, go to one of my playlists and just turn it on and go to work. And those 8 hours, your computer will watch the videos for me and then boost up ad revenue for yours truly. It'd be cool. Also, watching the entire video helps push me into YouTube's algorithms more. So, yay. We're gonna start off our first level with Monk Sensei, and I believe our first 8 levels will be going that way. We're not doing an ASMR, we're gonna be going for a Tiefling. And the reason is we're gonna go for the Motherless because of the bite attack. This is a melee focused build, so why not have an extra bite attack? It also gives to wisdom and strength. As we go for our background selection, it's gonna be the Acolyte because we're gonna be using our wisdom instead of charisma for persuasion checks. All right, so here we are at, we've got a 16 strength, 14 dexterity. That's primarily so that whenever we equip a belt of dexterity, we can instantly get 2-weapon fighting. We're gonna crank our constitution all the way down because we will be going Lich for this build, and a Lich will not be using that whatsoever. Intelligence is gonna be 12, and then our wisdom is 19, and then our charisma is 11. Every single time we level at 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, we're putting every single thing into wisdom. On skills, we have got to get our mobility, and then we do want persuasion and perception, and I think we push our nature quite a bit. Now to tell you the rest of the video, here's what we're gonna do. You are only getting mobility to 3. You don't need to push it any further unless you want to, but this is giving you a bonus to your defensive fighting. And then on nature and on perception and persuasion, you are maxing those all the way out. And once you have the extra points, throw them into religion. But really you're gonna wanna push your perception and your persuasion. Now our very first feat is gonna be weapon focus Psi. We're going to be going 2 weapon fighting Psis. The point of weapon focus here is that it actually gives you a free Psi to start with whenever you start off the game. And then we're going to go Crane style. This character is going to be quite tanky. At the end of everything, I get around 78 to 88 armor class bonus, which is quite tanky. But also they do around 57 to 58 attack bonus. Crane style is going to help with that defense though. It doesn't really matter which deity we're going for, so I'm going to go with atheism. Obviously you have to go lawful. I'm gonna go lawful neutral. Yeah, so this kind of matches the portrait over there, so we're gonna go with that. And the name we're gonna use is Crit Error, which is one of my subs over at twitch.tv/thearcaneagent. And if you didn't know, I do stream every Monday and Friday from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Wednesdays from 6 o'clock to 8:30. If you have Amazon Prime, then you actually have Twitch Prime, which means that you can drop a free Prime sub on me every single month because I am e-begging to pay for just to make it in life. Baloney costs a lot of money. Second level, we're gonna go for Monk Sensei. So at second level, we get Insightful Strike, which means you use your wisdom bonus instead of strength or dexterity on your attack rolls. Level 3 is Monk Sensei again. And then at level 3, we're actually gonna go for a 2-weapon fighting. Now, at this point, before you can do this, you really have to have a +2 dexterity belt. It'll take you from 14 up to 16. You need 15 to get 2-weapon fighting. If you can't afford that belt here at this time, then you're going to delay 2-weapon fighting here. You grab martial weapon proficiency instead, and then do that later on at level 5. But you should be able to find a belt at this point. At level 4, you guessed it, Monk Sensei. At this point, we've gotten our mobility to that 3. We don't need to push it any further. When it goes to doing buffs for yourself here, Key Power Bark Skin is going to be able to give you buffs of armor class already from the beginning. You also get cool monk buffs throughout everything as we do this, like Still Mind, +2 bonus on saving throws against enchantment and whatnot. 5th level is Monk Sensei, and at 5th level, again, you're gonna go for martial, not marital, that's a different, martial weapons proficiency. This is opening you up for Eldritch Knight down the road. Here, I like to be a lot more leg sweepy. I wanna knock people down right now, so we're gonna grab leg sweepy is what we're gonna grab. You also get purity of body here, which means that you are immune to diseases, magical and supernatural. Pretty cool. At level 6, we're going for Monk Sensei. Here, I'm gonna grab True Strike. The reason I'm grabbing these kind of buff things is you will be able to grant these to your teammates later on. So right here, we get Mystic Powers. You actually have a key pool, and you can give a True Strike to people before their next attack, or you can hit people, your entire team, with Bark Skin one at a time at this point. And now since we've hit level 6, we can now open up our Mythic rank 1. So for this, what I'm gonna push you for is I'm gonna push you towards close to the Abyss, because now not only do you have a secondary bite attack, you just got a secondary gore attack. We're a melee, front, up close and personal character, so this works. And then here, I'm gonna go for Always a Chance. It really stinks to roll a 1 on an attack roll and miss people when you've got a 57 to 75 attack roll. We're gonna grab at level 7, Monk Sensei, level 7. At level 7, you're gonna go for 2-weapon fighting improved, so we're getting another offhand attack. The other thing I forgot to talk about is the Monk Sensei plays very similar to a bard. They get Inspire Competence, Inspire Courage, and other things like that. Also, I'm excited about Solasta 2 coming out and the new Baldur's Gate 3 patch. I've posted this before both of those come out, so if you're looking this later on down the road, they haven't come out yet, but I'm excited for them. Now that we've ranked past level 7, we can get our Mythic rank level 2. Here at 2, I'm gonna go for 2-weapon fighting Mythic. It's gonna take our penalties down by 2, which means we have a better chance to hit people we're smacking at. At level 8, Monk Sensei 8. And here, what you're gonna go for is you're gonna go for Restoration. Again, now you can restore some ability damage to you and your teammates. And look, see right here, Sensei Advice, Restoration. You can restore other people, kind of like a cleric. Now this is Muy Importante, which in German means kind of smart. You're gonna go here at level 9, you're gonna grab Sorcerer, and you're gonna go to Empyreal Sorcerer. Imperial Sorcerers actually use, if I can find it, they use their wisdom instead of their charisma for spellcasting. So now, with that, you will be using wisdom for your attack bonuses, for your monk defense armor class, as well as spell stuff here. At this level, we're gonna grab Improved Critical Psi. It's way down here, Improved Critical Psi. Ooh, and this is fun, this is free. I'm gonna go for Meta Magic Extend Spell. So whenever I buff myself, it actually lasts longer. This is free with the sorcerer stuff, so Extend Spell. I'm gonna go for Mage Armor, I'm gonna go for Shield right here. Now you are able to grab your 3rd Mythic rank, which we are going to push Lich. Lich is going to give you a whole bunch of cool skeletal powers and stuff, but it really is going to push into helping out your Monk and your Empyreal Sorcerer a lot. So here I'm going to go for Archmage Armor, right? You are going to, whenever you cast your armor buff, you're going to be buffed up even better. We're going to use the Mythic Spellbook Sorcerer so that every single time that we level up as a Lich, it's actually increasing our Empyreal Sorcerer Spellbook. Choose whatever kind of skeletal champion you want to. I prefer the Skeletal Marksman. And then here, I'm gonna go for Magic Devourer for spell resistance. If they try to go over my spell resistance, then I get to cast my next spell as a Quicken spell. Pretty fun, for free. I'm gonna go for Expeditious Retreat here, and I'm also gonna get Reduced Person, more buffs for myself. And then you start leveling up into your next level. So I'm gonna go for Mirror Image. You're already hitting level 2 spells. One of the cool things about these combined spell books. At level 3, I'm gonna go for Haste for me and my whole team. And then at level 4, I'm gonna go for Greater Invisibility. Now here's something you need to understand. At these levels, you're actually not able to cast these yet, but you are unlocking them already. You just can't cast them yet. Level 5, I'm gonna go for Echolocation, and I'm also gonna go down here and get Stone Skin Communal. And then at level 6, obviously we're gonna get Greater Heroism, another big buff, as well as True Seeing. But at level 10, we're dipping back into Monk Sensei. We're gonna grab Defensive Spin. If you wanna be more buff, more tanky, this is what we're going for. You also get another bard-like thing, this Inspire Greatness. So you start kind of bard buffing your whole team. At level 11, we're gonna go into our 10th and final level of Monk Sensei. It gives us really everything we need inside of this build. Here at level 11, we're grabbing Dodge. It's gonna open us up for Crane Wing. And here what I'm gonna grab is I'm gonna grab Sudden Speed. I can then buff my entire team for extra movement for 1 full minute. All of our Sensei advices that we had already are now Mystic Wisdoms, and we can now, instead of having to cast True Strike to one person, when I cast it, it'll buff me and my entire team. I can give all of us an extra attack on their next round for free. I love the Monk Sensei, great, great class. Which now opens us up for our Mythic 4 rank. Pick your nose in the video. Here I'm gonna go for Weapon Focus, Mythic Psi. It makes it easier for us to hit people. Again, I'm gonna go for a Skeletal Fighter here now, pushing into it. I'm gonna go for the bonus combat feat of Clustered Shots. And then Weapon Focus, if you can, get Longbow. Yeah, because you're using a bow character. Whatever you're doing, do it. Weapon Training, bows for this guy. I'm going for more buffs, so I'm gonna go for Vanish, and I'm also gonna go for Enlarge Person. And then I'm gonna push down and I'm gonna grab, I always forget it, so I'm gonna get it here, Sense Vitals. Level 3, Displacement. Level 4, Shadow Conjuration. It allows you to actually cast another Mage Armor. Buffs are tough to come by in spell level 5, but Vampiric Shadow Shield, if they hit you, you heal. 6th level, this is gonna be different. I'm gonna go for Stone to Flesh. If anybody does get petrified, I can turn them back into not petrified. At level 12, we take another level of Empyreal Sorcerer. And now at level 13, we dip into Eldritch Knight. Eldritch Knight is going to give us full base attack bonus progression as well as a full caster level progression. It's a great combination here. At 13, we're going to go for Crane Wing, which makes us an even better defensive fighter. Ooh. Cool thing is we get a bonus combat feat here because of Eldritch Knight. So we're going to go for Greater 2 Weapon Fighting. All right, at this point, you're going to be needing a +4 or a +6 or later on a +8 dexterity belts, but you should be able to have that by this point. If you haven't yet, you can go over to twitch.tv/thearcaneagent to make sure that you subscribe or whatever they do over there. They follow and they subscribe on Twitch. I stream every Monday and Friday from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then as well as Wednesday nights from 6 o'clock to 8:30. Here at level 14, we're going to go into Eldritch Knight, our 2nd level of it. And now you get to pick what you're going to be buffing up, which is going to be our Empyreal Sorcerer. Now we progress our spellcaster level with it. More buffs, Protection from Alignment, which opens us up for our next mythic level. And we're going to go down to favorite meta magic. You guessed it, Extend. I can extend all of my buffs for free now. At level 2 here, we get another spell. I'm going to go for Invisibility, and I'm also going to go for Blur. More defense for me. We've gotten Haste. I'm going to go for Greater Magic Weapon to start making all of my weapons and my teammates' weapons be greater in magic. It starts opening up level 7 spells. The first one you're going to go for is Ice Body. That is an incredible buff. And then I like True Seeing Communal. Why not? Apparently I did make this a female character. That's funny. It says Lady of Death instead of Lord of Death. So it happens. Level 15 is Eldritch Knight level 3. At level 15, we're going to grab Crane Repost. So the whole point of this Crane weapon fighting is when you attack, you're only going to be taking a -1 penalty on your attack rolls while fighting defensively, but also it adds extra dodge armor class bonus to you, to the people you are fighting. We start dipping into some non-buffs. I'm going to go for Glitter Dust. And now that we've passed level 15, we've opened up for Mythic level 6. Mythic level 6, we're going to grab Dodge Mythic. The bonus to your armor class from Dodge increases by 1. You also gain a dodge bonus to armor class equal to your mythic rank against the first attack that targets you in a round. So you'll see your armor class will go from 78 up to 88 because of this mythic feat right here. Here I go for Fear of Control. Anybody who's underneath a shaken or a frightened creature, you add damage to your attacks whenever you're fighting them. So Fear Control is a damage buff. They have to make a will saving throw while they're around you or become shaken. Buffs for me and the entire team, I'm going to go for Protection from Arrows Communal. I'm going to do Protection from Energy Communal. And at level 7, I'm going to go for Shadow Conjuration Greater. Again, you can use this to cast another Mage Armor. Also, other Lich spells pop up in here too. At level 16, we're going to go for our 4th level of Eldritch Knight. It's getting kind of tough to find buffs here at level 1, so True Strike. Same thing at level 2, so why not Blindness? Now, since we have passed level 16, we have opened up for Mythic rank level 7. And for Mythic rank level 7, I'm going to go for Unrelenting Assault. You add bonus to your damage rolls with melee weapons up to +10 every single time you attack. Buff at level 4, let's go for Stone Skin. Can't forget about that one. We will be getting Stone Skin Communal anyways. At level 8, I'm going to go for Angelic Aspect Greater, and then Frightful Aspect. This is going to actually scare people away from me. Really good for fear control. It also gives you magic spell resistance, but you already have that with your Lich stuff. More Lich spells popping up in here, like False Grace and Bone Shield, which Bone Shield will replace your shield, the spell shield. Level 17, we're going to go for our 5th level of Eldritch Knight. And at level 17, because we are using an Eldritch Knight, it gets kind of fighter levels. We're going to do Weapon Specialization, Psi. We now add damage bonus, extra damage, +2 to our attacks. And is that a bonus combat feat? I'm going to go for Double Slice. So Double Slice makes it to where your main hand damage, which is going to be around a +3 or a +5 from strength, also gets added to your offhand. So you're not doing like only 1 extra damage on your offhand, you're now doing 4 to 5 extra damage. Double Slice is pretty good. On buffs, we're gonna go for Resist Energy Communal, buff up my whole team. Here at Mythic level 8, we are opening up for Weapon Specialization Mythic. So you gain damage to your chosen weapon, a bonus equal to half your Mythic rank on your damage rolls. So this really makes your damage start going up faster. Here, I'm gonna go for Skeletal Barbarian. I'm going to give him Lethal Stance, and then I'm going to give him Lethal Accuracy. Spells, we're going to go down and we're going to grab none of these. We're going to grab Baleful Polymorph because I like turning things into dogs. It's pretty fun. Little bow wows follow me around everywhere. Cloak of Dreams is a great lockdown spell here at level 6. Cannot get away with not doing Sea Mantle. It is a +8, if I can do this, it is a +8 armor class bonus to somebody you're fighting, as long as they don't have freedom of movement. So this is another buff right here, more armor class. Here at Mythic 9, we're gonna grab Abundant Key. So we can get more of our key stuff much better. And I'm gonna go for Tainted Sneak Attack to just give myself Sneak Attack because I did not get to do a level of Rogue in this build. A good buff here at level 7 is Invisibility Mass. Make all of us invisible real quick. You get level 9 spells here. So I'm gonna go for Shades, and I'm also gonna go for Heroic Invocation. Look, we get a Sneak Attack. We did it. At level 18, we are pushing our Eldritch Knight level 6. Really running out of spell choices here, so Grease. Can't go wrong with a good Grease. And at level 2, why not Haunting Mist? Why not? Level 3, See Invisibility Communal, another buff for your entire team. At level 19, we're gonna go for Eldritch Knight level 7. Here at level 19, I'm gonna go for Lunge. Now, here's the deal. Lunge is gonna take down your armor class by 2, and it's gonna make you extend your melee attacks out further by 5 feet. So it can be good. Can be good. Here at level 4, you have the option to go for either Animal Aspect Greater or going for Remove Curse. I'm going to use Remove Curse here. Also, at Mythic rank 10, we are going to go down and we're going to get Improved Critical Mythic Psi. Your critical multiplier is now increased by 1. So if it was a ×2, it's now a ×3. If it was a ×3, ×4. And then here, I'm going to go for Skeletal Cleric because you just have to click that and you're good to go. I'm going to go for Mind Blank here. Great buff. And then also at level 9, I'm gonna go for Winds of Vengeance is fast. I'm gonna go for Winds of Vengeance. Winds of Vengeance is crazy. It makes you run around super fast. Super fast running. And then at level 20, we're gonna go for our 8th level of Eldritch Knight. Level 2 spells, if you had to do it really quickly, Protection from Alignment, Communal. Level 3, Explosive Runes. It's not resisted and it's force damage, so not resisted. Level 4, Animal Aspect Greater. All right, so to look at a couple of these things real quick, we have a 19 base attack bonus, and then our only spell caster is our sorcerer with a 19 caster level. Now, you're not going to be busting through people's spell penetration. You're not going to be doing great DCs on people, but you get 9th level spells. You get a lot of spells because you cranked everything into your wisdom. You didn't need to do anything into constitution. Any of your extra buffs to strength and whatnot are going to add to your damage. So we're doing 38 to 43 damage on our main hand with a huge crit range of 17 to 20 because I am using the Impending Demise, which is actually a +5 weapon later on, 18 to 20 crit range. We also use the Planar Navigator, which is a +3 speed psi, which means it gets an extra attack per round. So with haste and everything, we're rocking 10 attacks per round. However, since we have that gore and that bite, it will be 12 attacks per round. Now, if we do our Sensei Advice Mass Extra Attack, then it'll be 13 attacks per round. Again, our armor class is 74 right here. If I took off lunge, it's going to be better. Our speed is 120 because of Expeditious Retreat and Winds of Vengeance. But if we give ourselves sudden speed, we go up to 150 speed. So we zip around places quite fast. Super fast, if they can get the right path in. So again, we are using fighting defensively. We also have the crane style on. We have defensive spin on. All of our fancy buffs, you can go through that later on. We're gonna click on Inspire Courage and then go fight a mythic boss. So as we look, this guy tried to swing at me in the very first attack. I was actually flat-footed when I came up on this boss, and my flat-footed armor class was 64. He missed that, and then we go 64 flat-footed again. Every single thing in that round was flat-footed, but my armor class flat-footed was still 64 because of the dodge. As you can see, I have 12 attacks per round. If I cast my Sensei Advice Mass Extra Attack, then I have 13 attacks per round. However, let's investigate this guy. So he is a 30 construct with 6 mythic, not that big of hit points, 568, but his armor class is 57. He has a 38 spell resistance. I'm gonna hit pretty hard and pretty fast, and so I'm gonna let this roll, and we'll see what it does. So again, 13 attacks per round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so fast. Okay, so he's down. He's down. We're doing turn-based mod, obviously. So my attack bonus hitting him is 59. He had a 57 armor class. I was going to hit him. You can see that -1 fighting defensively there, but again, we get so much to our defense because of that fighting defensively. So let's go after Mythic Dude again. Mythic Quickened Darkness Devastator. That's a fun name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just plows right through him. Let's look at our hits though. 59 attack bonus to his 58 armor class. But I really want somebody to swing at me and show me my defense that I have. All right, so into our next round of baddies here. I'm gonna do my Sensei Mass Extra Attack again. And we're gonna take out both of these succubus deadeyes. Ooh, critical hit, yeah baby, that's what I'm talking about right there. And because of lunge, I can actually hit this Nibaso priest who's pretty far away from me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like the sneak attacks, he's dead, he's gone. So we're hitting pretty much an average around 121, 135, with crits hitting at 287 damage. So next, Succubus Deadeye. Oh gosh, I just like two-shot him. I hit a 314 crit on that guy. And now we're gonna go after the Bloodthirsty Greater Shadow. They're not able to attack me because of my stealth. So my stealth, every single time I kill somebody, one of the cloaks that I love in this game is the Cloak of Perilous Shade. Whenever you kill somebody, you turn greater invisibility. It's one of my favorite cloaks that you can get later on in the game. So again, 12 attacks on this Bloodthirsty Shadow. Also, by the way, one of the things I wanted to mention is since we're using Vampiric Blade, every single time we attack them, we heal ourselves up, even if they were getting a chance to hit me. Now, this Ravener Dragon here will actually be a little bit tougher for me to go after if we examine him real quick, right? So, an armor class of 55, but immune to a lot of things, right? Very undead, 33 level outsider. I am pretty undead, and they're pretty undead, so we'll see how this goes. 1, 3, 4, 6 dead. Like, I can't even. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to fight somebody who actually has more hit points so I can get an actual 12 to 13 attacks out. It's just kind of fun to watch them go to town and do 13 or so attacks per round. I really do kind of like taking it off a turn base to a point and seeing what it looks like for them to walk in and just start taking people out. It is pretty fun, in my opinion. This character is easy because from level 1 through level 20, you are able to be in melee range attacking people, and then as you start to get into your spellcasting abilities, you just emphasize and add to that martial ability. So it's a great character. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, let me know in the comments below what kind of build you are interested in me making.